Hey guys, how's it going? This is Autobot JCB here again for another How to Transform video. In today's video, I'm going to be showing you how to transform the 2002-2003 Transformers Armada Emergency Team Minicons. These Minicons are Prowl, Makeshift, and Firebot. In addition to being able to transform into their normal alt mode, these three Minicons actually have the ability to transform into individual weapons that can be mounted onto the larger Transformers. Now with these Minicons, I don't recall whether or not they actually showed Prowl or Makeshift in the show. I do know that the Minicon Firebot is actually the Minicon that was rescued from the planet Mars by Starscream and Jetfire when Starscream had briefly joined with the Autobots. So that's kind of neat that they made a figure for that Minicon. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to show you how to transform each Minicon into their alt mode, and then I will show you how to transform each one into the individual weapon modes. So for right now, we're going to go ahead and start with Prowl. So we're going to move Makeshift and Firebot off to the side. So as you can see here, Prowl turns into a pretty neat little kind of a see-through cop car. I think it's kind of neat that they stuck with the police car idea for the Prowl character, because in earlier series of Transformers, Prowl is actually a cop car. So to get this one started, the first thing you'll want to do is you'll want to take the two black pins that are right here, go ahead and fold them all the way out on their hinge, just like this. Go ahead and fold that out. And then what you do is you take the entire front section of the car and go ahead and fold it out on its hinge all the way around, just like that. So until it's straight, because that is actually going to be Prowl's legs. And then the last thing you do with Prowl is you just go ahead and just move these the side panels on the car off to the side. And there we have Prowl ready to go. So there's Minicon number 1. Next up is the Minicon Makeshift. Makeshift is modeled after a military helicopter called an Osprey. It's a dual prop helicopter that can actually rotate its props forward to help it go faster. So in order to get this one started, what you'll want to do is you'll want to start by taking all the prop blades, go ahead and give them one click up, just like this, because the props themselves are actually going to become Makeshift's hands. So go ahead and click that, click that, click that. And the next thing you'll want to go ahead and do is you'll want to take the tail section of the helicopter itself, go ahead and fold this all the way up, and then seat it on the top of the helicopter, just like that. And then what you do is you take this section right here, go ahead and fold this all the way down on its hinge, just like that. And go ahead and fold this section down, just like that. And then what you do is you take the entire front end of the helicopter, fold it down on its hinge, just like that. And that will actually become Makeshift's chest. And then if you notice, there's a little pin right here. Go ahead and take your fingernail and just go ahead and push back on that. And that will actually reveal Makeshift's head. And then what you do is you go ahead and take this blue wing section right here, go ahead and bring it forward, and then when you do, take the prop section and bring it back, and then go ahead and rotate it down. If it helps, go ahead and put all the props together. Sometimes it makes it a little bit easier. So there's one of his arms. And we'll go ahead and bring that forward, bring that back, and then bring that up, just like that. And there we have Makeshift. And then finally, we have the Minicon Firebot. And like I said, this is the Minicon that, thanks to the efforts of both Starscream and Jetfire, they were able to rescue from the planet Mars. To get this one started, what you'll do is you'll take the fire hose that's mounted right here, just go ahead and fold that off to the side, just like that. And then what you do is you go ahead and take this whole section and go ahead and flip it out on its hinge, just like that. And flip this section out too, because these are going to become Firebot's legs. Ordinarily, this panel right here, you would actually flip over. I don't actually flip mine back up when it's in vehicle mode because it's kind of hard to get out of this space between here. But as you can see right in there, there's Firebot's head. And then what you'll do is you'll go ahead and take this whole upper section of the truck, just go ahead and fold it over on its hinge just like that. And make sure that when you bring his arms down, make sure that this part right here actually comes down, because you'll notice that there is little what looks like a little cannon barrel mounted in there. So there's one of his arms, and then we'll go ahead and bring this one off to the side and bring it down just like that. And there's Firebot ready to go. So like I said, this is the emergency team. What I'm going to show you next is how to transform each individual Minicon into their special weapon mode. So we'll go ahead and start with Prowl, just like before. In order to transform this one, the first thing you'll want to do is you'll want to go ahead and fold up the front end of the card just like this. And go ahead and take this nub right here and go ahead and fold it all the way down. Leave this one out because this is actually going to become the grip for Prowl's blaster mode. The next thing you'll want to go ahead and do is you'll want to make sure you grab both sides of his chest. It's actually on a seamed hinge right here. So you go ahead and pull that apart just like that, and then rock it forward on its hinge just like that. Go ahead and bring down one arm and lock it back into place like that, and then take the wheels and just go ahead and rock them up on the hinge just like that. Now, in regards to his other arm, you can either have it off to the side like that, or if you want, you can have it pointing down just like that. I personally like to have it pointing down because I think it makes the weapon look a little more menacing. So there's Prowl in his blaster mode. As for Makeshift, he transforms into a dual energon cannon, and when he's mounted on one of the bigger transformers, you can even spin these around to give it kind of that like powering up effect. So what you'll do is you'll go ahead and bring the wings out to the side and make sure you fold his arm off of this backside and make sure it's straight. Also, make sure that you have all the props pushed together. You can have them where they're open like that if you want. It's entirely up to you. I personally like to have them where both of the barrels actually match. So like I said, go ahead and pull the wing out to the side and then bring this off to the side just like that. Go ahead and push down Makeshift's head just like that, and bring the front section of the helicopter back up, and then go ahead and fold up his legs just like this, and just like that. And there we have the dual energon cannon, just like that. And then finally, we have Firebot. His unique transformation is he can actually fold open into a hidden rocket pod launcher. So to get him transformed, what you'll do is you'll just go ahead and flip his arms back up just like this. Don't fold them behind his back just like that, because we need this out of the way so we can transform him into his weapon mode. And like I said earlier, this little blue panel, typically this would fold back up, but I don't like to fold mine because it's very difficult to get out of the groove there. And then what you go ahead and do is go ahead and fold his legs in half just like that. And then what you do is you take this section and this section, and you just open them up and fold them backwards just like that. And one thing that's nice is that you can actually take the Minicon port that's here or the Minicon port that's here, and he can be mounted on quite a few different positions. But anyway, guys, those are the 2002-2003 Transformers Armada Emergency Team Minicons. If you guys have any other ideas for other Transformers you'd like me to try and do, feel free to comment below. Even hit that like and subscribe button and hit that notification bell. I'm going to be uploading a whole bunch of new videos in the near future. So if you guys have any other ideas, feel free to let me know. Until then, bye.